According to JD Power, nearly 50% of Mercedes owners who trade in their car walk right back into another Mercedes dealership and buy the same brand again. BMW does not hit that number. Audi does not hit that number. So what is it about this brand that makes people hand over $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 without seriously shopping the competition? The answer is not one thing. It is 8. Number 8, they literally invented the car. This is not marketing spin. Carl Benz patented the first true automobile in 1886 with the Benz patent Motorwagen. In that same year, Gottlieb Daimler built his own version independently. And in one of the great underrated moments in automotive history, Bertha Benz took her husband's Motorwagen on a 180-kilometre drive to prove the technology was real, becoming the first person to complete a long-distance automobile journey. Along the way, she invented brake pads by covering the brake shoes with leather. The woman literally invented brake linings on a road trip. Those two companies eventually merged, and the brand that emerged has been building cars longer than any other manufacturer on the planet. That heritage filters into how owners think about the brand. When you drive a Mercedes, you are driving a vehicle from the company that started the entire industry. Every other automaker on the road exists because of what happened in a workshop in Mannheim, Germany, over 140 years ago. That kind of origin story is not something a marketing team can manufacture. It is baked into the DNA of the company, and Mercedes owners know it. They feel it every time they see that 3-pointed star on the hood. That star was first registered as a trademark in 1909, making it one of the oldest continuous symbols in automotive history. And once you internalize what it represents, driving anything else feels like a downgrade in pedigree. Number 7, the safety engineering is not borrowed. It is invented here. Here is something that will change how you think about your own car's safety features. The crumple zone, arguably the single most important safety innovation in automotive history, was patented by Mercedes engineer Bela Barenyj in 1952 and first installed in the 1959 Mercedes 220. Before that patent, the prevailing belief was that a safe car needed to be as rigid as possible. Barenyj proved the opposite, that controlled deformation saves lives. Then, in 1978, Mercedes introduced the anti-lock braking system in the S-Class. ABS is now standard on every car sold in America, but Mercedes put it in production first. In 1980, Mercedes debuted the driver airbag and seatbelt pretensioner in the W126 S-Class. That was a joint development with Bosch, and it changed the entire trajectory of occupant protection across the industry. The list keeps going. Electronic stability control in 1995, radar-assisted adaptive cruise control in 1999, pre-safe in 2002, which is a system that actually prepares the car for a crash before it happens. When pre-safe detects an imminent collision, it closes the windows, adjusts the headrests, tightens the seatbelts, and even plays a specific frequency of pink noise through the speakers to trigger the stapedius reflex in your inner ear, protecting your hearing from the impact. No other manufacturer had anything remotely like that when it launched. For Mercedes owners, this is not a feature list. It is a trust contract. They know that the brand responsible for inventing these systems is also the brand most invested in perfecting them. And here is the detail that seals it. Mercedes did not patent these innovations and hoard them. They licensed crumple zones, ABS, and airbag technology to their competitors because they believed every car on the road should be safer. That decision has saved millions of lives across every brand, and Mercedes owners carry a quiet pride, knowing the company they chose prioritized safety over competitive advantage. Walking away from that feels like accepting a lesser standard of protection. Number 6, MBUX learns who you are. The Mercedes-Benz User Experience System, launched in 2018, is not just an infotainment screen. It is an artificial intelligence layer that builds a profile of how you drive and what you prefer. It remembers your seat position, your climate settings, your favorite navigation destinations, your preferred ambient lighting color, even the massage program you use most. Over time, MBUX creates up to 7 individual user profiles that activate the moment you sit down. The augmented reality navigation overlays turn-by-turn directions directly onto a live camera feed of the road ahead, highlighting the exact lane you need to be in. The voice assistant responds to natural language, not robotic commands. You say, "Hey Mercedes, I am cold," and it raises the temperature. You say, "I am hungry," and it finds restaurants nearby. Here is why this matters for loyalty. The longer you own a Mercedes, the more MBUX adapts to you specifically. Switching to a BMW or an Audi means starting that learning process from scratch. Your seat positions are gone, your route predictions are gone, your comfort settings are gone. Over-the-air updates keep adding new features to the system you already have, which means the car you bought 2 years ago is measurably better today than the day you picked it up. That is an ownership experience most competitors simply do not match. Number 5. The upgrade ladder is designed to keep you climbing. Mercedes does not build one car, they build a staircase. The C-Class sits at the entry point of the luxury sedan lineup, starting around $50,000. Once you get comfortable at that level, the E-Class is waiting at roughly $65,000 to $75,000. And above that, the S-Class beckons in the low 120s and climbs from there. The same staircase exists in the SUV lineup. GLA to GLC to GLE to GLS. Each step up feels like a natural progression, not a dramatic leap. The interior design language carries over, the controls are in the same place, the technology works the same way. You are not learning a new car, you are upgrading a familiar one. And then there is the performance branch. At every rung of the ladder, AMG offers a hotter version of the car you already love. The C43 gives you a taste. The C63 gives you an addiction. The GT series sits at the top and pulls in buyers who started in a base C-Class 10 years earlier and have been climbing ever since. Mercedes does not just reward loyalty with discounts, they reward it with more car. This is deliberate. Mercedes wants every C-Class buyer to eventually become an E-Class buyer, and every E-Class buyer to start thinking about an S-Class. The brand builds aspiration into the product lineup itself, and it works. Data consistently shows that Mercedes owners who start in the compact segment have a significantly higher rate of moving up within the brand compared to customers who start with competing entry-level luxury vehicles. Number 4. Mercedes pays you to stay. The Star Loyalty Bonus Program is one of the most aggressive retention tools in the luxury automotive industry. If you currently own or lease a Mercedes, you are eligible for cash bonuses when you purchase or lease a new one. The amounts scale with the model: $1,000 toward a GLA or GLB, $2,000 toward a C-Class or GLC, $3,000 toward an E-Class, GLE or GLS, $5,000 toward an S-Class, and up to $20,000 toward a Maybach. On top of that, the Loyalty Accelerator program waives up to 6 months of remaining lease payments when you roll into a new Mercedes lease or finance contract. If you are driving an S-Class, GLE or GLS, you get the full 6 months waived. Other models qualify for up to 3 months. Stack those two programs together and a returning Mercedes customer can save anywhere from $2,000 to over $25,000 compared to someone walking in off the street. That is not a coupon. That is a financial moat designed to make the competition look expensive by comparison. And it is calculated perfectly. Just when your lease is maturing and you might be tempted to cross-shop, Mercedes drops a loyalty bonus in your lap that makes staying the path of least resistance.